Gotta put the camera down before I break something. There we go. What's happening, people? For a Friday morning, it's actually more popping than I thought it would be. Alright guys, so you see the title. No bullshit. We out here. We getting it done. Figured rather than going and making a full-blown update video, I just hop on live here and show you guys what we got going on. I decided to finally pull the trigger and start a new audio build. I got, I'm still racing, got the track car there. That's obviously my new baby. Not really new anymore, but yeah, look at her. It's raining outside. I got the door shut, windows up. So it's getting a little warm, but yeah, I don't know, man. I've just been missing music. I'll show you guys here in a little bit. I got a build in my company vehicle over there. That thing's pretty slamming, actually. I'm honestly surprised it plays low as hell for only 300 watts. It's got a Sundown sub in there. But yeah, we were supposed to do a build and the Focus, but that's just been on standby. We have all the equipment. We're just waiting on doing the build. So I said, you know what? While I'm waiting on that, I'm going to start on mine because I've been driving this thing a lot more lately, especially towing that to all the races. And man, I just want something banging in here. Hutchinson, no, nothing real big. I already got like an idea. I've been planning this out for since I sold my car. I've been planning this out. So I'm gonna loom this up here. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was gonna tune it right now, so then when I get the amp and everything in here, it'll be done. I gotta order RCA's. I gotta order power wire. I still have some power wire from my car in there on a spool. It's enough to do the big 3 on this, but not enough to run all the way back. I'll show you guys here too in a minute. I also started on the amp rack, which yeah, I don't know what got into me, man. I just got bored one day, and I'm still waiting on parts to come in for that, so I'm not really working on that. I mean, that's up and running. I could take it out, drive it to cross country right now. It's actually doing really well. But I was like, you know what? Waiting on parts. Let me work on something else, because you guys know how I am. I can't just leave shit alone. But yeah. Damn, this wire's really irking me, but it's whatever. I wish I had somewhere to put this camera. But for now, I'll just work with one hand here. Alright. So we got the Rockford. Yeah, I forgot the model number already. It's a Rockford line converter. Ain't not much to it. I'm gonna go ahead and tune it. I literally just wired this up like 10 minutes ago, real quick, and I just want to make sure I'm getting some signal and get it all tuned up. Try to get it about 5 volts, maybe a little less, 4 volts, because I am gonna be running a Nendo amp in here. Probably gonna just start off with the S1 for now. And then maybe if it's not loud enough for me, we'll work up to the S1 Plus and try to get like 4K in here. But let me see here. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to tune it until later, because my the tracks that I'm using are actually on my phone. So I'll do that here in a few. Here's the radio. It's just a regular, the 7-inch, the non-Bose. I'll show you guys the amp rack though. I gotta open driver door to shut the radio off. Alright, I'll actually hop out on this side because amp's going over here. Oh man. It's crazy because the Wi-Fi is better, everything's better, and I just don't go on live anymore. Alright, so we did the little seat mod. I actually learned how to do this from John. Don't mind my truck. I've been using it a lot and doing the build, so I decided not to clean it. But yeah, John actually showed me this. Let me scoot this out of here. Hang on, I gotta get it perfect angle for it to work, so bear with me. There we go. Here's my amp rack. Just a board. Gonna be mounting my stuff on it. And we already got deadener in. So yeah, I mean, we're Gucci. I just gotta find a way to mount this right now, and so we're gonna be having an amp in here pretty soon. And I'm thinking right now 210s we'll start off with. I got a lot of room behind the seats too, so if it's not loud enough, I could always add another 2 more or something like that. But let me get this board out of the way. I don't know why it's all wet in here. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much room to work with. I'm thinking of raising my seats up, which is a lot of people are suggesting. I'll probably start with a 1/2 inch, maybe see if I can go a full inch. It looks like I have enough thread on there, but yeah, I try to raise a full inch because that'll literally right now I'm so limited on space. That's only from here to here is like only 4 inches, and same thing when I drop this one down. From there to there is only about, I think, 5 at the most, 4. I think it's 4.5 and 6.5. So if I come up an inch, that's 5.5, and then 7.5. I already did the math. That literally opens up about like 10 more different subs I could put in here. Otherwise, right now I'm strictly limited to shallow mounts, which I was looking at the Sundown SD series, especially now that they came out with the new one. But I don't know. I heard a lot of good things about them, but I don't have much experience with shallow mounts. I don't know how much I should trust them. So I really want to stick to a full-size sub. So right now, I'm thinking of the PSI, the Baseline. It's newer than the old ones, but yeah, the Baseline series. I think it's like 500 watts or 600 watts a sub or something. So I figured 2 of those on 1500 watts should be ideal. Should be plenty of power. Get them moving. If they'll fit. I mean, again, I gotta modify my back seats and everything before I even start looking to build. I'll show you guys a little setup I got here though. This is my daily, I guess you could say. So here's my Sundown. It's the LCS 12. I think that's their lowest line. Yeah, it's only like 300 watts or something rated. So shit, I only got 300 watts on it, I think. I don't even know if it's that, but I mean, it gets down. I was actually surprised. It's a Alpine, that's right. Alpine amp, 300 watt. That little blue amp is running my door speakers in here because the radio took a shit. I still gotta dig in and see what happened to that. When I got this van, this is our oldest vehicle in the company, I think. So, but yeah, got the tag here. No, a lot of people don't really care about this, but yeah, let me go through these comments here because for some reason they're disappearing. The truck, where are we at? Here we go. All right. What subs you running? Probably the PSI baselines. What's up, big? Yeah, I've been holding out for a while. I mean, I've been just barely getting by with that, and the little system I have in my room. It's set up in my room's actually like probably louder than that. I'm not sure. If I were to guess what that is, I would say like a high 130 at its peak. If you're playing lows, probably like a low 130. But River Alley, what's going on? Subs again, probably PSI baselines. Before it's all said and done, there's gonna be another wall. You guys are gonna laugh at this one, but I know I said I was done with walls and all this and that, whatever. So I'm gonna kind of bring you guys in on a little decision making that I've been contemplating for a while. So as everyone knows, the new Cybertruck the reveal has just dropped, and so it's not coming out till 2021, and the tri-motor is not coming out till 2022. So that gives me some time to, I guess, gather up a big down payment, and I would see what the value is at this time. This would probably pay for at least half of it, and then trade my truck in for the dual motor, which is I think 50 grand. So I'm stuck on either trading it in for the Cybertruck, get the dual motor Cybertruck when it comes out in 2 years, or keep this and figure by 2 years, I would say most of my warranty is going to be expired. I know definitely the powertrain will be expired by next year. The year after, I might be close to touching the bumper to bumper or whatever. And at that point, I'm like, let's put a topper on it. Let's knock out the back window. Let's put 815s in here, like 40K. I'll still leave some of the bed to where I can, put stuff in here for trips. Still can tow with it. Not too much weight. Figure by then we're gonna have Neo subs out the ass, so weight savings won't be an issue. Lithiums, whatever. I could squeeze 2 AGMs up there. I got enough room for 2 Group 31s up here, so that's plenty of power for the majority of stuff I'm going to be doing. And then figure if I had 40K, add 10 batteries back there, or 4 lithiums or whatever. But we're gonna say do that. Let's see. Let me read these. I don't know why the comments keep going away. Sundown gets down run 1 every day, moves stores and all. Oh, 1 essay. Yeah, I want to do essays in here because I just love the essays. But that is definitely one Sundown sub that I'm not afraid to flaunt. I love the essay series. Every build I ever heard them in was amazing. Sound off on YouTube. Got the best setups for pickups. Chevy holds its value. Yeah, I don't know. I just been really wanting to do something, especially now. It's crazy because I see Defblonts is selling the F350 now. They want 120 grand for it. That was probably all in all my all-time favorite build. I mean, I know I didn't get to hear stuff I would have wanted to hear, any chopped and screwed music, but I'm sure it would have been perfect. So I wasn't too worried about it. I just kind of want to replicate that in like a fraction in this for now. I'm gonna leave the vocals the way they are because they are actually decent. It's got the 6.5s and then the 4-inch, whatever, 3-inch high ranges up there, full range, whatever you want to call them. And it does have 6.5s in the rear, but you can't really hear them. So, I mean, it is decently loud. It's been getting me by. When I bought the truck, I was going to put UNs in here, but I honestly didn't need to. We'll see when I finally get the bass done, how loud it keeps up, because I'm hoping my goal is at least a mid 140. If not, I would really like to touch a 150, and I'd be really happy with that. But for now, mid 140s is my goal in this, just under the back seat. That'd be great. 1500 watts, maybe a little more. I don't know what I'm going to wire it to yet, 0.5 ohm, 1 ohm. But yeah, I mean, shit, I got a lot of room in here to work with, but I don't want to touch this just yet. So, but yeah, I just want to give a little update on what we got going on here, what's going through my head. So, Cybertruck, keep this and do an audio build. I don't know. We'll see. I think the Cybertruck hype might die off by then. I mean, I know a lot of people have their pre-orders in. I was actually going to put my pre-order in, but I really don't want to, being that it's 2 years away. My decision might change by then. I know it's refundable, but why make a hassle over it? Let's see. Are you going to take it to shows again? After I do that extra big build, I mean, if I have that build, I got to take it to shows. I mean, I might take it to shows with just the 210s. I mean, I still went to Slamfest. I walked around, hung out. No one recognized me because I shaved my face. It was awesome. I went incognito. There's so many people that the previous year were coming up to me and stuff, and nobody recognized me. So you guys probably walked right past me if you guys went there and didn't even notice me. Only 2 or 3 people knew who I was. So it was pretty funny. But yeah, I would definitely probably bring this with any build I have in it, because I still do like going to audio shows. Slamfest was dead this year though. I gotta say, I don't know what happened. I know Mike's not running it anymore, and it died off like horrible. So 2 big audio shows in Florida are now gone. SBN's no, and SBN doesn't exist anymore. Slamfest, it's mainly trucks now. Um, all the mini trucks, and it's all lifted trucks. So I wasn't too impressed this year, but the audio section was dead. So let's see comments. Just get the UNs now. I mean, I have UNs laying around that I just never used. I have a spare from my car still, that's just sitting in my room, and I got 2 on my desk that I actually use for my PC setup, and those are actually the originals from when my car only had 1.8 in each door, way back then. And I still have those, and they're still jamming, no issues. Still have the same original tweeters. They're like that. They were black in my door, and they originally turned that they after years turned that like bronze color. And I still have those. I still got a lot of stuff. Like here's the wire right here. It's Christmas time, so my garage is a little messy. But yeah, I still got my wire here. That's the leftover from when I did all my stuff. Little turbo sitting there. That turbo bad. Seals are bad on it. Came out of that. I got some ground wire back there behind those tires. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. So it's really it's harder now trying to find that balance between the hobbies though. I mean, I'm more trying to get at a hobby stage of this and trying to pursue a career for racing. Like I'm trying to get my competition license next year. Try to get as many races and just as much seat time as I possibly can. I got a full cage coming for this. We're doing more suspension work. So yeah, I mean that's more like the serious stuff. Really trying to make a career out of it, and this is just for fun, like on the side. So yeah, I mean this is kind of at a standstill right now. It's running great. I'm not really messing too much with it, so I figure now's the time I can show her some love because she's been sitting and I feel like she's just neglected because don't ever get used, don't ever get driven. So trying to make a change. But yeah, I mean other than that, guys, I'm just gonna tune up this line converter, try to get a clean 5 volts out of it, and work on my amp rack. And I mean, not much left right now. Once I actually get in here and lift them seats up a little bit, maybe we'll be able to fit something nice under there and aim for that 150 target. But other than that, guys, real quick, I'll just show you guys under the hood. I have been actually doing some performance stuff to this thing too. I did a custom exhaust on here with a Y pipe actuator on there, the cutoff valve. Once my warranty expires, I was looking to either get it tuned on E85 or something, maybe put a supercharger, I don't know, something. It's all just in the air right now. I'm just focused on this audio build because this thing's boring to drive. Yeah, I mean, here's my battery setup. It's just still got the stock battery. If I could get the cover off. I was already looking at batteries for this. I can get me 2 Group 31 AGMs for like $200. Same ones I used to run in my car back when I only had 215s. So I know those perform well, and for the price, man, you can't beat it. So I mean, I already got some power stuff running off there for my cutoff valve and all my lights. And here's the second battery tray. This is for like the HD trucks, Duramaxes and everything. This is actually just a blank tray. It doesn't have the mounts, so I can actually order the tray, but they want like $60 for it or something stupid from Shay. So I might have to do that, just get a second battery in, and when I do my big 3, when I get an intake, this will all come out, so my alternator is actually right under that, and that'll be nice and open, not like these cars where they're at the bottom, like in there, and it sucks. So, but I mean, yeah, it's all straightforward. I do like this truck a lot. I don't want to get rid of it because of the Cybertruck, but I do want to, I do. My plans in the future for this is I just see it lifted. I want to do a 10-inch lift. I want to do 22 by 14s on 37s, I think, is my like ultimate end goal. Let's see these comments here. Forgot to ask you on Facebook Messenger, who did your ridiculous doors? On your old 60. Oh, me and my dad did those. We actually built those right over there, right on the sidewalk. We built those. Um, yeah, I sat out here on a chair. It was like kind of cold out, like this time of year, and I just sat here sanding and sanding and sanding and sanding and trying to get all the nice contours and everything. I sat here for hours just sanding. Yeah, we did those. The only thing we didn't do was the bed liner. Uh, my buddy's shop, uh, right down the street here, he actually did that. Um, Glad to see you back at it. Nice truck, thank you. Headers? No, no headers yet. I almost bought headers for this, but I was like, you know what? I heard, because I know me, if I do headers, I want to do a cat delete, and I want to actually do like a full blown exhaust, no bullshit. But someone told me that with GM, if you remove the cats, it voids the warranty. But I've read online that it only voids the warrant. Like they're not gonna say, "Oh, your transmission's fucked up." Oh, it's because you have headers on your truck. They're not. I mean, someone said they're not gonna do that to you, but I don't know. I don't want to push my luck. I got 10,000 miles to go till my warranty's expired for the drivetrain. So keep the Chevy. Super glad to see you getting back in audio game. Your old Bill is my favorite all time. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know where my old car went, but I've actually been getting a lot of updates, and I think it's actually done. It's funny because yesterday I was actually like 10 miles from it. I kind of wanted to go by and see it, but I was super busy. Yeah, I think it's done. The doors are fully loaded again. It's got 6 new 12s in the wall. Um, it's on 2 big ass amps. I think it's like 20K or 40K or something like that. It's done. It's a little different looking. It's on wheels now. It's crazy, man, to see where that thing went. I do miss it a lot, but much would have rather like if I kept the equipment and put it in here, like everyone said. But the truck was brand new at the time. I really didn't want to go and start chopping stuff up. But I mean, it's got 20 something thousand miles on it now, so I figure now maybe I can start digging into it a little bit. It's not too big of a hit. But do you like game? Yes, a lot actually. I have a PC, but I play a lot of cross-platform games like the new Modern Warfare. Uh, we grinded that game for like a whole month after it came out. Not even like 3 weeks. We all hit 155 and then we stopped playing. Then Halo just dropped on Xbox and PC. They did like a remastered of the Master Chief Collection. So we grinded that a little bit. And other than that, we all been bouncing around through games. I mean, Steam and PS4. I know they have their winter sales and stuff, so all my buddies been buying games, and I have a simulator too where I practice for this. And I have a video on my channel of me using that. But yeah, so what else we got? I have 280K miles on my Avalanche, still holding strong. I actually just went and bought 6 DB412. Man, those DB4s, man, they're brutal. I'd love to put something like that in here again, but that's gonna be a while. Yeah, man. Does your Avalanche have the 5.3 in it? I'm assuming, because man, I hear these 5.3s, man, they'll go a million miles if you just maintain them. Can you put a pickup of the car? Uh, I'll have to ask him. Um, I don't know if he's like trying to keep it confidential. I know he's like a big competitor. Uh, that whole shop, they're big competitors. They go to all like the finals and everything. They travel a lot doing competing. So I don't know if it is like his competition vehicle, but I know they do have some. So I'd have to run it by him first because I don't want to ruin anything for him. But it is his daily too, so it's pretty funny. I was dailying it, now he's dailying it, and he's actually he put a little bit more stuff than I did, but it's not too crazy. But yeah, I want to go see it though. But I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to go over some stuff with you. And for now, I mean, can't wait to see though. Should be dope. Yeah, it is. It is pretty sick. When I originally sold it to him, like a couple months later, he told me, "Yeah, man, I'm not gonna be able to afford the build." I mean, it's just going to be a lot of equipment to fill in here, and he was going to try to sell it again, and he said it's literally untouched. I haven't even took the stickers off yet. I was like, I mean, someone might buy it, and about I haven't heard from him for like 2 months. This was earlier this year, and he sent me a picture of him loading the doors up. I was like, no way, he actually kept it. I was afraid he was gonna, because they were originally talking about gutting the whole car and starting all over. I was afraid they were gonna do that because I didn't want them to do that. I mean, if that was the case, I would have sold the car gutted. I really wanted somebody to just kind of keep the vibe going with it, the history, and this way here people can still see it for what it is, and I want to see it. So yeah, he did keep everything, the build the same, so that was nice. And yeah, maybe I'll maybe when he's ready or whatever, I'll help him do a little reveal of it because I like it. I was afraid if he sold it that somebody was gonna do what I didn't want them to do and tear it apart and make it look shitty. He actually did do a pretty clean install, so I was happy about that. I didn't want no spaghetti wires. I would have probably would never talk to him again if he did some spaghetti wires. But yeah, I don't want none of that. No wood. Uh, really miss that car. Wish could have gotten demo before you sold it. Hey, I mean, you still might be able to get a demo. I know they compete, but he still demos sometimes. So we'll see what shows he goes to. I want to be the first one to hear that thing at a show. But looking forward to watching this build unfold. Your decision. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. I've been playing this out for a while, so I didn't want to just jump in and do something I'm gonna hate because I already know how I am. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just do like 500 watts. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I'm like, fuck that, man. I already know how I am. I'm gonna hate it, and it's gonna. I want something low. I want to play, 20s, 22, 23, 25 hertz. I just want to move some air in this thing. That's my plan and my ultimate end goal. If I could do that with the 210s, I'll be satisfied. Stay up, John. Keep succeeding to greatness. Hell yeah, I would have kept it all original. John's coming back. Some slap. Denver, Colorado. I mean, you kept it clean too. Oh yeah, that was my biggest thing. Same thing with this. Same. It's gonna be same setup. It's gonna look OEM. I don't want it to look like out of place like some people do. Like the big trend a couple of years ago was the splatter paint. Had that like came back from like the '90s, or whatever. Everyone was splatter painting all their walls and everything. I mean, I like. I mean, it's still better than just wood. I do like certain people that do it certain ways, but it doesn't look like it's meant to be. Especially when you have a new vehicle. Like my Hyundai was new when I actually started doing the build in it. It only had 60,000 miles on it, and it was only like 5 years old. So it was still relatively new. The interior was still like perfect. So I didn't want to go and do that kind of style of build and it just look out of place. So that's the same thing with this. So I'll be at damn near every show next year. Sundown show, you'll be ready. Moving air with 2X12s on 5K. Hey, if it's splatter painted and it matches everything and looks good, shit. I mean, I like me some splatter paint, but I don't like it when people. I'm trying to remember this one. I mean, I don't want to call anybody out and start getting into the audio drama again. I haven't talked to a single person in the audio community in months. I haven't talked to anybody. Again, nobody recognized me at Slamfest. I'm still hanging out with Naveed and John Kent and all them and JP. And I was actually getting ready to talk to EXO soon. I want to go plan a visit to go hang out with them. I just haven't seen everybody in a while. But yeah, I just talked to JP recently. Yeah, so I mean, splatter paint. I like splatter paint if it's done right. There's a certain like criteria that I like splatter paint, and that would make me want to do it. But there's certain builds out there, man. They just splat. It's like a quick fix. Like, you know what? I don't feel like upholstering this box here. Fuck it. Let's just whip out the paint and just whap. Like that's the shit I don't like when they just, it's just half-assed. But getting some Defbon subs. I wish I looked at it a little bit. It's funny too because we actually have a Defbon sub. It was actually supposed to go in the Ford Focus, which that's not here right now. She's at work. But we actually did buy a Def Bond sub. We bought a Def Bonds 15 that was supposed to go in that, with a S1 from Crescendo, and we have all the wire ran. It's literally plug and play at this point. We just don't. We just didn't build. We haven't built the box yet and trimmed everything out yet. So it's just a bunch of wires ran to the back. All the RCA's, remote, everything is done. We just need to put the sub in a box, mount the amp, done. And I mean, we just been procrastinating. It's been going on for months. Yeah, PSI baseline 10, if it'll fit. I mean, that's like the closest thing to what I want. The resonant frequency is still relatively low. It's like 32 hertz on that sub. So I was looking at the Sundown SD series, the shallow mounts, but I just don't know about shallow mounts, man. I've never done them. I've heard good things about them. I just don't know how well that'll work. I mean, I'm just so limited on space. Right now, that's all I can fit, but if I lift the seats up, yeah, I mean, I can fit something bigger. I really want to do. I was gonna keep one of my Def Bonds, my 12s from the car when I was selling them, because there was one left that I just couldn't sell, but there was nowhere in here I could fit it without like removing that last seat down there, and I didn't want to do that. So yeah, guys. So little quick rundown for anyone. What are the little black screw covers you had on everything? Oh, you talking about these? I still got a bunch of them. I actually just bought a bunch. Where are they at? They're around here. Oh, they're over here. No. Nope, those are grommets. They're in what? Oh, right here. Boom. These things. Yep, that's them. There's different sizes, different styles. Like you got this style here. It actually, I like these ones the best. They're called hinged screw covers because they come on like this little hinge. Those are the ones I used almost everywhere. Sometimes I would use these if like I needed them something different, but these are a little different style. They have different sizes. Like here's a real big one. You can see a size difference. But yeah, I mean, these are what I used. My old job when I worked at Ace Hardware back in high school. I still go there. They're like a half mile up the road. They got all this stuff in their nuts and bolts aisle, which is also where I get all this stuff from. So I want to see more riding around, playing music like you and your homie were doing. Yeah, man. I mean, those were the fun days, man. The stuff's obviously everything changes, but damn, you should have sent that. You buying your USB with decast for. It's funny because that you mentioned the USB. It was in my truck for months, and I mean, I never really drove my truck. I brought it in my house like a year ago. I was gonna update it, put all I had so much more music I downloaded over the past couple months, and I just never put on my USB. It's just all on my phone now. And then it sat. My USB just sat, and it just collected like a big pile of dust on my PC because I just never got around to doing that. And just recently, I went through and updated my USB and my phone. I went and bought a 128 gig SSD or whatever for my phone. I mean, not SSD, SSD, SD card for my phone. So now I have that. Oh, you guys think I had good music back then? You should see what I'm jamming now, man. It's not I didn't go and clean it up like I used to at my car, like clean up all the bass lines or anything, but I still jam it because I mean I don't really have anything to protect anymore. So, but when it comes time to put something in here, I'm definitely gonna be cleaning up more music and stuff. So, a lot of the music I do have now is clean, but man, I'm jamming now. I'm really jamming. So shit. Yeah, mini SD. That's right. Micro SD, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it. It's my baby right here. I don't really know. What did you use to clean it up? Just Audacity and FL Studio. I only used FL Studio if I needed it. Audacity was the main deal, though, if I was just trying to do like a quick cleanup. And it worked pretty good. Wasn't the best. Wasn't as good as Audacity. I mean, FL Studio, but it's free. Oh, my camera just went off, and I don't know, my phone hooked over to it. But anyways, show you guys inside the tag real quick for those who don't know. Those who are interested. Here's a tag. I should probably actually fire it up because I haven't fired it up all week, and it's still got E85 in it, so it's good to let this thing run. Yeah. Yeah. I'll take this. Well, no, it's raining. I don't really take this out in the rain because it's kind of unsafe. Here's my steering wheel. All my stuff wired in. But yeah, this is what I've been working on. For those who don't know, this is what I've been doing all these months. Been going out to the track. Getting ready to head out there again soon. It's pretty loud. So yeah, that's it. Anyways, guys, definitely look forward to more stuff. I mean, more racing more than anything. Obviously, that's the more serious end of it, but I am 98 GSR. It's a 94 LS. Just sold my Integra. I have a 02 RSX. Hell yeah. I thought about doing a K swap because someone has a actually this Time Attack. The guy who does Time Attack and his Integra is James Huden, whatever, however you say his name. He actually has a K series for sale. I guess it's a spare engine that he keeps with him. I don't know, and something. But I thought about doing a K swap, but I got other stuff to buy. It's actually a K24. So I like how when you do something, it's always 100% great job. I appreciate that. That means a lot, man. For how shitty this car is, I mean, look at the paint. I mean, the paint's like so bad. I hit a deer right before a track day. We're doing some testing at night. We just got the car fired up, took it out for a quick spin. Deer comes right into my headlight. I was doing like 20 miles an hour because I saw him coming, but he just wouldn't stop. So there's a lot of damage under here, but I put tape on each side. So, I mean, it looks all right. I was going to go get the car hole repainted, but I mean, it's not worth it right now. And I'm racing, and I might be trading paint with somebody tomorrow, you know, you never know. So I figured a $1,000 paint job isn't where my money should be going. But yeah, I mean, the whole 100% deal, I got that from my dad. I mean, this is my dad's latest project. I mean, he's had this for a year, or not a year. He had this for like 5 years or something now, but a lot of you that don't know about this, we got crescendos in here too. Oh, it's actually open too right now. UN 6.5s, FT1 Super Tweeters, I forgot, but S4 Symphony 80 PRS under there. There's 80 PRS. But yeah, this thing's loud as hell too. But yeah, I mean, this is his. As you can see, I mean, we did another clean install here. You can see the wiring. Let me turn a light on. I think this actually has a flashlight. Yeah, right here. Boom. See the wiring job we did here. Battery's on charge right now. But yeah, I try to do everything the best of my ability. As you can see here, the detail I took wiring the steering wheel. That's like, I was so proud when I did this. I was like, wow, I actually did this amazing. Let me just lay this down here. Yeah, look at the detail. Just came in. I'm only using like 4, yeah. Yeah, it's just one of my pet peeves is people half-assing, and that's one thing I try not to do. I guess I could turn this thing off. Yeah, buddy. Oil pressure's good. Anyways, that's all. So I'll be working on that for the rest of the day until parts come in for this, whenever they do. But until then, I mean, look forward to more stuff. If you guys actually do want to, if you guys are interested in I mean, watching some stuff about this. I mean, man, I've been posting a lot about this thing. I've been riding with some Lambos at the track, trying to chase down some Porsches, and just having fun with it. Oh, my windshield wipers went up. Even Dad don't play. You guys think he don't play now? You should have seen back then, like when I was a kid, what he used to have in here. Maybe one day I'll have to do a video about that. He used to have a full blown lowrider. It was a Jeep actually, full hydraulics. It had draft beer equipment in there. Um, PlayStations, all that cool stuff back from the '90s and early 2000s that people used to do. All custom paint job, and um, he did his own framework. It had 4 Orion XTR 15s on like 1,000 watts or 1,500 watts back then, and it broke. I think it was like right on the verge of breaking the 50 mark back then. And back then they didn't really use test tones or anything like that, so I'm sure it would have broke a 50. It was just on some random song that he thought sounded good. So, but yeah, man. So I'll maybe be posting about this here pretty soon when I actually get something like good done to show. And then till then, I mean, I'll be posting a lot of this like I've been. And hope you guys enjoy and hope you guys stay tuned. Trying to get back into the YouTube game a little bit, but I've been super busy and just trying to work it in my schedule. But love you guys. Appreciate you guys for sticking around, and hope to hear from you soon.